I use the question box feature on Instagram stories because it's a great way to get ideas on how to create content followers actually want to see. After all, my Instagram account is in service of their needs because I use my account to market my business. So I decided to take it one step further and make a video about a few of their questions as they related to their websites. So let's get started. Melinda asked, on my page where I sell handmade skincare, should I write I in my post or we? The good news is that it's totally up to you. There's absolutely no right or wrong. However, let's break things down a tiny little bit. The first person I, well, that kind of personalizes the experience. So when somebody goes to your website and you say, I did this and I did that and this is what my business is about, somebody feels like they get to know you a little bit better. Now, as a side, I prefer this approach because readers become immediately connected to me, like we're having like a real conversation. If you would like to see how I use this and how it unfolds, you can find it at jasminestar.com. So let's take a little bit of a breather. If you decide to use the word we on your website as you denote who it's part of, it's gonna be great if your business is made up of a team, or if you have a lot of associates, or if it's like a corporate structure. Now, you can always remove all references from a personal perspective, and then you could shift that attention to the viewer. But then you would use the word you. Now, this approach is entirely centric on the customer, and then it encourages them to think about why they're on the website to begin with. I use this approach on socialcurator.com because the business is totally and completely for business owners to take control of their branding and their marketing. It's less about me and my team and all about them. I want viewers to feel that. Remember, write content on your website and social platforms that you believe best resonates with your viewers. It's less about your preferences and entirely what they want to experience. Masalsi asked, is a website a must? Can't we just go with Instagram? On March 13th, Instagram and Facebook went down for the entire day.
When I click on my story, it says that it's still uploading.
There it is, March 13th, 2018. This is when Facebook and Instagram had some sort of tech snafu that's not allowing people to post. For many entrepreneurs, business just stopped. That is a scary place to be. You must always have a website. Why? Because the platform belongs to you. Like, you always should have a place to sell directly to your consumer. And then when they buy directly from you, then you have their customer data. You can send email follow-ups, newsletters. You can get feedback from them in real time. You can send them just notes of appreciation. That is what happens when you are building a business on platforms of your own. The minute your business is built on somebody else's platform, you're forever beholden to them and not to yourself or your business. Sarah asked, should I have 2 different websites for my wedding and interior business? The short answer is yes. Don't ever forget that customers want to quickly understand who you are, what you do, and how you can best serve them. If your website is confusing or it doesn't immediately fit their needs, they're gonna be gone in less than 5 seconds. True story, that is what studies have shown. But the good news is that you have a choice. You can have one website that leads to a portal of choice, and then they could specifically select what they want. So for instance, if I was a wedding photographer and an interior design photographer, like Sarah had mentioned, I can have them go to my website, and when they get there, they can click on interiors or weddings. And once they're in that portal, they can choose which one, and then the website feels tailored to their needs. Or you can have entirely different website and URLs. I could have, X photography for weddings and then X photography interiors. That could actually help denote where a client should go. The thing to remember is if the end consumer is different for your product or service, then it's your best interest to separate your websites. In this case, if I was a bride looking for a photographer and then I got to her website and I saw a ton of interior photos, I'd feel like my wedding wouldn't be that important to her. The key to keep in mind is that who you are servicing really depends on what they want to see in order for them to feel special, seen, and known. I wish you all the best as you build your businesses with amazing websites.